It's Week 16 of the NFL, and we'll get to see Tyler Lockett. He's on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Bucs and the Jags, and it's all up next.
Few better places in the country weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. A happy Christmas Eve to all. What a good one we have in store as we are underway here in Week 16. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
And this drive will begin with a run from H.A. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there, nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's 2nd and 10. A quick throw out to Lockett. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. H.A. on 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Robert Spillane, the linebacker, there on the tackle. They work now on 2nd and 9. Again, it's H.A. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, Burrow. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week, so keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 15 carries, 70 yards.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 6. Throwing Jones. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Oh, he shifts past him. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, a tough task for this defense facing the league's leading passer to this point in the season. Certainly a front runner in MVP consideration right now. What can they do to slow him down?
Well, there's so many different ways that they can go, and I'll guarantee you that defensive staff went through all of them this week in preparation. But bottom line, they want to avoid giving up the big play. They're going to play what they call top-down defense and make sure no one gets behind them.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Burrow. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. No gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the Jaguars.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. 1st and goal from the 3. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devon Achane, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Mecole Hardman taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field.
That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
A give up the middle to Achane. Pushing through the contact. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. It's a nice run there. Gets him down to the 6-yard line. They'll run here with Achane. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Daniel Bellinger, his second touchdown on the season. And the Buccaneers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Jones. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. First down. Here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. He dumps it off to A-Chain. Even with the nice move, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Hardman on the return. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Open man, that's Tillman. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Buccaneers' 40-yard line.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. The Jaguars had 8 and 6 now on the year, and they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
The tackle made by
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run here with Evans. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cedric Tillman. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Back now comes Tampa Bay. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Now Burrow on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. They give to A-Chain on the option. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From midfield now, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. He's got Bellinger. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 32-yard line. Again, it's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now it's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taken at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Jones now on 1st and 10. Oh, and that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 27-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets this over the middle to Tillman. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives them a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now to this point. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hubbard will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. They set up the screen to A-Chain. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. On 2nd down, Burrow. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And that's well executed there on third down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To the air again, Burrow. That is caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coach.
Touchdown! Daniel Bellinger. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Gano the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jaguars ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Jones. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in everyone to this Christmas Eve edition of the EA Sports Halftime Report. So let's get to it.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. McCaffrey running up the middle. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Going deep for Diggs. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Pick up at 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Tyler Lockett now with the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Now Burrow on 1st down. It's Cook, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive.
From the 41, Jones. And his throw is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
On 2nd and goal, Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. Cedric Tillman with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air, because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. 1st down. Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. A short throw pulled in by Bellinger. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Burrow will throw. Got his man complete. Moore. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And boy, what a catch and move right there.
And a tough spot to get it over the middle. Again, it's Burrow. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now it's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. That's out quickly to Hyatt. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Khalil Mack able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. You talk about a big kick under pressure in the 4th quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go, but you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 7 yards there and a first down. Now Burrow. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football into places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
On second down, Burrow. This complete to Lockett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
That's good for 28 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like it.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. H.A. now up the middle.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Line of scrimmage, the 9. 2nd and about a yard.
Burrow now off the bootleg. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Daniel Bellinger
from 3 yards out.
And the Bucs are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A 10-play drive that time.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Jones throwing on 1st down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Jones.
On the slant, he's got Hardman. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense so far on third down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands here of Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. And they're going to speed things up here. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. 2nd and a couple. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. This one complete to Yoshivas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 18. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Jalen Tolbert the target that time. And now it's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. He's got it complete to Tolbert. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. The kick by Elliott is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts. But without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Another run on second down, trying to cover up. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there, and the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting, but in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Buccaneers, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year.